Good evening, Stillwater. Welcome to Pony Stadium. Today we'll be going against the Stillwater Ponies and the White Bear Bears. I'm Chris.
Hey, Chris. My name's Tim Shinian. Happy to be along with you today. This boys game is going to be a fantastic matchup that we're going to see today. So far throughout the season, Stillwater's been dominating, 10-1 on the season. White Bear Lake kind of on the other side of it, 1-10 on the season. I think we might see a pretty strong showing by Stillwater today.
If you were here for the last game, the Bears had won the girls' game by 1 point at like 47 seconds left of the game, which we thought was just going to be a tie altogether. But White Bear Lake held their end and made it through.
Absolutely, yeah. That was a very high point game, 4-3 with White Bear Lake taking that goal with just less than 3 minutes left. But similar setup that we kind of talked about last game as we go into the standings. So for the Suburban East Conference standings, currently Stillwater second in the standings, 5-1-1 on the season. White Bear Lake down on the standings, so 1-3 on the season. So we're not really necessarily battling the team to be able to beat as where it goes in the standings. It's all going to come down to who's first in the standings. Currently, Eastridge 6-1 on the season, and with this game, and then after this, Stillwater is going to have their last game against Forest Lake in Forest Lake next week, which is also a 1-10 team on the season. So hopefully Stillwater can conquer these two smaller teams or lower teams in the standings and get 2 more wins up on the season. If so, Eastridge has 2 games, one tonight against Irondale. Irondale 3-6 so far on the season in the Suburban East Conference. And then Moundsview 6-5 with a winning percentage so far this season. So if Eastridge loses one of those games, and it looks like on paper at least Stillwater should dominate this game, and later this week, Thursday, we might see this boys team for Stillwater become the Suburban East champions.
For those of you watching at home, the Stillwater is 10-1, 10-1, while White Bear Lake is 1-10. So what would happen to White Bear Lake if Stillwater happens to this?
So White Bear Lake is pretty much going to be seated 8th in the standings, and I don't see them really moving up enough to be able to have another playoff game. White Bear Lake goes on to play against Cretan Durham Hall, another 10-1 team so far this year, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a tough road for White Bear Lake today, as well as Thursday. They could drop down as low as 9th in the standings, and it's usually only like the top 4 or 5 that actually advance into the playoffs. So I think White Bear Lake should just try to have fun with this one, and then their last 2 games of the season, and try to make the best of it.
A beautiful night here in Stillwater, with what we're hitting the low 70s, which feels more like 60s right now with a little bit of the wind chill. Rain was supposed to be coming, but we don't really see much for threat coming anytime soon.
Rain is not here yet, and that's kind of amazing that, I mean, in just a matter of a couple hours, it was, according to weather, it was 82 degrees at the start of that girls' game, which was roughly about 2 hours ago. The sun has set. The breeze has definitely picked up. You can definitely tell from the flags that are pretty stiff out there, and out in the back left. So you can we'll kind of see how this game progresses, and how the wind could definitely play a factor, blowing from right to left towards the north.
Shout out to David Schuyler over at Suburban Community Channels. I wanted to give one word saying that your team is going to lose. I'm sorry. Stillwater taking the ball, heading over as the match starts at 40 minutes.
let's clarify that. Your producer made you say that.
Yeah,
we
the
don't wanna,
producer
we
told
don't,
us that.
we can throw the producer under the bus. We don't want to. Chris's first time up here. We don't want to make him look bad. That was a producer line whispered in our ear.
Going to throw off air already. Stillwater trying to get the ball back, goes out of bounds. White Bear Lake takes the ball again. Number 16, Tyler Grew takes the ball. Goes out again. White Bear Lake takes another try at throwing the ball. Trying to find an open space. The boys back kicking it. And Stillwater taking control again. Number 5 goes down.
White Bear Lake running over that Stillwater defender. Stillwater quickly on top of the ball, pushing it across the field, setting up for a play to make their first drive towards the goal this evening.
Number 11 trying to find number 5. 5 trying to find number 11. Making the triangle. Defense resetting everything. White Bear Lake pressuring down at the far end, but not pressuring too much quite yet. 15 passes, hits it to a White Bear Lake player as White Bear Lake kicks it out of bounds with Stillwater coming in. Number 11, Jeffrey Hideki. I feel like I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. Number 17, Hideki. Oh. Thank you to the announcer here at Stillwater. It's Jeffrey Hideki.
Hideki.
Going out at 20.
Across the field. I think that's going to be another out of bounds now on Stillwater. White Bear Lake going to be doing the throw in. As you can see, White Bear Lake in the all-white uniform, Stillwater in the red and black.
White Bear Lake taking the ball again. Stillwater taking advantage. Sending the ball in the air. A little bit of challenge between Still and White Bear Lake as Stillwater goes up the field.
White Bear Lake with that speed trying to do a breakaway, but we've been playing mainly in the neutral zone most of this game. No shots on goal for either team yet. White Bear Lake hoping to turn that around as they are on the Stillwater side of the field.
Waiting for the ball to come in. White Bear Lake throws it. Goes towards the 18. Stillwater kicks it out all the way to the 35-yard. White Bear Lake taking back the ball, trying to find an open spot, but ends up finding a Stillwater player.
Kicked back to Stillwater's goalie. And a strong punt. Almost to about the middle of the field. Stillwater able to pick it up and working on a play across the field.
Number 5, trying to bringing it back to 15. 15, trying to bring it up the field. Misses number 12. As Stillwater's trying to chase the ball back, keeping it in bounds, but ends up going out as a corner kick.
That's a close call there for Stillwater, trying to keep his feet above him, or below him, excuse me. We don't want that to be above him. He almost stumbled there right on top of the track, but thankfully was able to hold on to it. So that's going to be a corner kick for Stillwater as they attempt to kick it in here. It's a soft kick here, only about 2 feet.
Ball goes up.
That catches a couple of the White Bear Lake players off guard.
White Bear Lake trying to get it back out from there, but ends up going offsides, which looks like it's going to be another White Bear Lake throw.
Out of bounds there for Stillwater.
Wiper Lake doing the throw, kicking it back into midfield. Stillwater chasing after it as Wiper Lake is charging right next to him, and it goes out of bounds again. Stillwater doing the throw, finding a free person. Takes it to number 7. Number 7 headbutts it. Wiper Lake takes it back as their goalie takes it all the way back to midfield. 15 chasing the ball, going around a bunch of defenders, giving it to number 8. He takes the shot. Oh, it misses.
Tries to get that shot on goal, but gets too close to the goal. And White Bear Lake, man, their speed is on point that we've seen so far. Able to easily kick it out, way out of bounds before he even reaches the goal or gets a shot to give a shot on goal. You can see right there, he's about ready to line it up for the kick, and White Bear Lake punts that all the way to Lake Elmo.
Hayden Podlucky made that attempt.
So that'll be a corner kick for Stillwater.
Number 8, trying to find a person to find an open person. Does a big kick, lands it on a White Bear Lake player, and they kick it out. Find back of the ball into the 18. Ball goes high and outside of the field. Hear the coach in the background for White Bear Lake. Corner kick for Stillwater. Getting ready to kick. Takes the kick. Goes a little over. Head, but gets off the head of a White Bear Lake player as White Bear Lake kicks it out from the 18 back into midfield. Stillwater takes the ball back. Tries to get it back in. Looks like a slide tackle that happened that created a foul.
I did not see anyone fall there, so seeing what the whistle could be for. Clock doesn't stop. Looks like that would be a foul on White Bear Lake of some sort. It was not an offsides, because Stillwater had possession of the ball. It might have been something not near the ball that could have caused that foul.
Stillwater taking the kick. Goes in, almost gets into the goal, but is off center just slightly.
Fortunate for Stillwater there. That's their first shot on goal so far this game. Going to be just a little bit wide.
Christensen, as you saw right on the screen, getting ready to kick the ball. Your goalie for White Bear Lake. Gets ready to take the shot. Kicks it over, gets towards the midfield. Stillwater comes back. Fighting over with White Bear Lake. So White Bear Lake kicks it down to the 20th. Number 7 goes into the 10, to the 18. Tries to make the shot, but loses control of it as White Bear Lake takes it out. As it becomes a corner kick.
This is like the second or third time we've already seen this game here. Just only 9 minutes into this game. White Bear Lake's speed is faster than Stillwater. Stillwater has better strategies so far, making their progress down the field, but when it gets to become one-on-ones, White Bear Lake able to easily catch up, kick it well out of bounds, and prevent even the shot on goal for Stillwater.
Corner kick for Stillwater. Look like number 12. Blaine Batchelor. Takes the kick.
Kick across the field.
Whistle called.
So that'll be a goal kick there by White Bear Lake.
Ball goes over, doesn't touch anybody else, so it would be a Stillwater ball. Stillwater waiting for the call to go in. Looked like he was off center where he was supposed to be. Trying this one more time.
backing it up a solid 50 feet from the referee's discretion. Quickly going to back to Stillwater. White Bear Lake picks it up and Stillwater intercepts.
Number 5, going around White Bear Lake, passes it back to the defender, number 11, passes it back to the goalie. As the goalie kicks it off to the other defender on the other side of the field. As White Bear Lake resets to find their strategy. Number 9 takes the ball. Passes back to 11 at the 30-yard line. 11 kicks it up to the other side. Gets headbutted by 12. Who White Bear Lake kicks it back towards the midfield. Number 12 kicking it up to the 18, finding a spot and picks up by the White Bear Lake goalie. Good.
Great recovery there by White Bear Lake, running out running out in the midst of the battle and being able to kick that one away well past half field. That's a 70-yard kick.
Goes outside again. Goal kick for Stillwater.
What an impressive kick there by that goalie. Being able, I mean, that ball went out of bounds on the other end from the goalie on the other end. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. If he continues to get hold of the ball, that could be a game changer for Stillwater and White Bear Lake.
Whistle called. Looks like against Stillwater. Possible offsides
at the spot of the whistle. Unfortunately, that might hurt White Bear Lake more. That ball goes back a solid 40, 50 yards.
White Bear Lake getting ready to take a shot. Kicks it over all the way to the 10, close to the 18 box.
And that one's going to be kicked out of bounds by White Bear.
Stillwater has possession of the ball again. White Bear Lake trying to challenge, but unsure of the strategy. Stillwater goalie has it, passes it to 11. 11 trying to taking the shot all the way. White Bear Lake challenging number 12. Number 10 gets it. Number 12 having the perfect shot, tries to get it, and the goalie saves it.
What an opening there for Stillwater.
See if we can get that in replay.
Trying to just get that corner. White Bear Lake able to recover for that one. Here's the replay.
Number 12 looking over, finding a spot. Could have made the goal. Number 5 kind of blocked a little bit, and with the goalie taking a really good catch.
Back to the game here. Another strong kick by that goalie sends it almost to the 80-yard, about 80 yards, and that is going to once again roll out of bounds.
Stillwater charging the ball, trying to get it back to the White Bear Lake side. It becomes a goal kick.
That'll be out of bounds there by Stillwater. Kind of limited a little bit with some of our camera shots and space right here. We're expecting rain, so our fantastic camera crew is kind of positioned in a couple different spots within the press box to hopefully give you the best coverage. You can see that wind, especially on the jerseys and the flags. The wind's definitely picking up from the south, and we're going to get some strong rain showers here this evening and overnight around the Stillwater area.
Player down from the White Bear Lake side as the time clock stops. Wait, substitutions coming in.
The clock has stopped for this injury. He is off the field currently. So not sure how long they will. They did have another player come in for Stillwater. I'm sorry, for White Bear Lake. I'm sure they will resume play here just a moment. Looking over the player. as he sits out of bounds, but the game does continue.
Number 8 from Stillwater going down to the 20, finding an open spot. Trying to take the shot, and the goalie catches it.
Here comes this kick, possibly once again. No, he's going to be through. Oh, and here's the kick. Once again, strong kick going to the 40-yard line of Stillwater.
As you can see on the TV, the wind kicked down one of the flags. That's how strong the wind is over here.
Definitely. I'm sure those kicks that I've been impressed about so far, I'm sure the wind definitely has a strong factor into it because it is blowing towards the north.
Wiper Lake trying to take possession again. Kicks it over. Stillwater blocks it. Number 6 brings it up towards the midfield. As Stillwater resets, defenders have control. Stillwater kicks it out. Wiper Lake takes control of it again. 12 tries to get it, but misses. Wiper Lake going down, trying to get around number 12, but unable to, kicking it back to the 18 on the Wiper Lake side. The goalie takes the kick, brings it all the way to the 40 of the Stillwater side. Wiper Lake pressuring the strong defense of Stillwater. Number 5 takes the kick. 11 from Stillwater steals it as Stillwater has the control again. Loses it as Wiper Lake takes the ball. Wiper Lake finding the shot, going for it, and is saved by the Stillwater goalie. Both teams have really good choices of goalies right here. Stillwater taking advantage of the ball. Finding an opening, brings it back to the defense. Trying to push up. 12 hearing the defense call back. The ball goes out as it goes for the Ponies.
A fairly evenly matched game so far, something that we were not expecting here tonight, with the record of 10-1 on the season for Stillwater, 1-10 so far for White Bear Lake. So far on the season, 18 points for Stillwater, 6 points total all year for White Bear Lake. We were thinking this is going to be a pretty one-sided team, but I think it's just a perfect matchup with Stillwater having great field work, being able to get those plays down the field against White Bear Lake's speed. And they have a lot of players that are fast, and faster than what Stillwater has been running so far this game. It's been definitely exciting here the first 20 minutes.
Stillwater taking the ball from what looked like a foul. Kicks it over to the Wiper Lake side. Stillwater taking control. Number 5. Wiper Lake kicks it out as Stillwater takes the ball back again, bringing it back closer to the goal. Finding 15. 15 dribbles it over almost to the 10. Takes the kick, but doesn't look like it's going to go in. Misses it two times. Stillwater, will they take this chance to get to the goal? And the goalie saves it. What a strong defense. Strong push from this goalie.
Yeah, what a save. Some luck on his side as well. As you can see the replay here, Stillwater kicking across, bounces out of his hands. 7 tries to get a couple kicks towards the goal, as does 12, and some strong defense there by White Bear Lake, not able to put one into the netting as we stay 0-0.
Stillwater in the midfield takes it out of bounds. White Bear Lake's ball. White Bear Lake finding a person to throw, throws it to the near side. White Bear Lake kicks it over to out of bounds again, making it Stillwater's ball. Stillwater throws it down to the 40 of White Bear Lake, and it goes out again. It's also Stillwater's ball. One thing I've noticed with both the girls and the boys, is how often they would throw it, the other team just automatically kicks it out.
Definitely, yeah. We've been seeing that quite a bit. I think we saw quite a bit in the girls' game because the score was so high. So either White Bear Lake, Stillwater, or Stillwater was leading at one point or another. They were just trying to eat up the clock. And yeah, I think we're just seeing very strong defense on both sides, and that's causing a lot of kickouts from the other side.
Stillwater back in possession of the ball as White Bear Lake slides the ball out from their defense end.
Stillwater now resets as they kicked it back to the goalie, now setting up a play across the field. May be able to hear that wind. It's definitely blowing hard out here from right to left.
A lot of papers in here are flying all over the place.
And we're inside.
White Bear Lake taking possession of the ball again, keeping it in the midfield. Taking it over, trying to find a shot. Number 9, but number 11 steals it. Close call for Stillwater Ponies as the ball goes out of bounds. Bears have a substitution, bring in some new players. 19 minutes left on the clock. Halfway done of the first half. Stillwater fighting for the Bears.
Across the field, that's going to be out of bounds now by White Bear. Stillwater with a heck of a throw. I think that might go out of bounds. It's going to stay. Yeah, it stays on the left side of the flag for White Bear Lake. That prevents it from being a goal kick at least.
Stillwater coming back. Looked like it came out of bounds again. White Bear Lake doing the throw-in. Finding the player, goes out again. Ponies take it this time. White Bear Lake Ponies try to go around, loses control of the ball as it goes back towards defense. White Bear Lake trying to get possession. Defense resetting, trying to keep away from the White Bear that's going against them. As 11 tries to keep it in bound, just slightly gets in bound, but gets called as it's out. White Bear Lake going down the 40, number 5. Brings it down to the defense of White Bear Lake. Goes straight to number 16, it looks like. Gets pressured by White Bear Lake, 15. Looked like it's out of bounds. It looked like it was still in bounds, but that flag down at the 50-yard line has moved slightly. Which unsure if the refs know about that flag.
So I think a foul was called on Stillwater. It looks like number 12 trying to get clarification there by the ref in the green. Questionable about that one, and you can see the ball rolling away after setting it down from the wind. He looks back at the ref, gets the okay that the game can continue. Stillwater now with the headbutt, and it's going to go out of bounds on Stillwater. White Bear Lake with a throw-in.
Stillwater trying to pressure White Bear Lake, getting it out of their side. Goes in, almost goes into the goal, but misses right on top.
What a shot on goal there by White Bear Lake. Just missing a little high. I think the wind probably played a factor into that as it just over the bar.
Stillwater repositioning themselves, trying to find an opening with 16 minutes left on the clock. Still 0-0. Number 7 finding number 12. Number 12 going to 10. 10 to back to 12. Trying to escape from White Bear Lake as they're being under attack. Ball goes up in the air. White Bear Lake trying to get it out, as it does go out. Stillwater still fighting. Getting away from these Wiper Lake players. As their defense is just holding strong. Kicks it over all the way to the 18, hits it, gets it to the goalie. The goalie tries to reset, getting ready for the big kick. Wiper Lake trying to challenge the goalie, but doesn't proceed. As Wiper Lake kicks the ball out of bounds.
So Stillwater now with the throw-in. After that big shot on goal that went a little bit high, we've been playing mainly neutral ground. A strong kick by Stillwater right into the face of a Wiper Lake player. Looks like he's okay. His moves on. Stillwater now control.
Stillwater bring it down to the 25. Finding a player, 15 escaping, bring it back to the defense and midfield. Defense bringing out to the 40, 30, kicks it over, tries to make the shot, collides with a Stillwater player. Whistle is called.
And I think they're going to call the penalty on Stillwater, and Stillwater's not going to be happy about this one.
You can see the replay again.
Goalie usually has, I guess you can call it the right of way for when the ball is coming in, and I don't even think Stillwater saw the goalie during the collision. Goalie a little bit slow to get up.
Stopping of the time. Goalie's trying to get back into position. The goalie's going to be okay.
Looks like he's going to continue. Yeah, so we unfortunately did not have a replay, but I don't even think Stillwater saw the goalie in that position during the collision.
Wiper Lake kicking it back down to the Stillwater side. Stillwater trying to get it up. 16 going over, but goes out of bounds. Making it a Wiper Lake throw-in. Subs coming in for Wiper Lake.
Stopping the clock one more time. 13:45 here, still in the first half. 0-0, both teams good shots on goal. No points yet.
Now's a good time to bring up Papa John's.
Yeah.
Anybody of you hungry? Because we definitely are.
Absolutely. Papa John's just right down the street here at Stillwater High School. Always wonderful takeout, pickup, delivery, whatever you wish. They have something called a papadilla. Have you ever heard those? It's like it's not like a calzone. It's almost like a folded in half pizza.
Ooh, that sounds really good right now.
Absolutely. It's kind of like a cross between a pizza and a calzone, I guess you can call it.
Stillwater trying to take control of the ball again as Wiper Lake takes it from them. Number 8 going out, taking it over. Wiper Lake stealing it. Take it over to the mid side as Wiper Lake's trying to get it before it goes out. And it does go out, giving it to Stillwater. Stillwater 11. Throws it to 10. Back to 11. Off to one of the defenders, number 9.
Stillwater kicking it back to their goalie. That's kind of their reset point, and then they try to set their players in position to get down the field. But we've been seeing a lot of that with Wiper Lake's speed. They've been having to kick back to their goalie quite a bit to be able to position them as they move forward.
Stillwater still trying to take control of the ball. Loses control, and Wiper Lake takes advantage of that. Tries to kick it down back to the midfield. But Stillwater also takes control of it. And it's struggling between the two teams, trying to see who will control the ball. Stillwater, number 11, kicks it back down to the Wiper 40. Whistle's called. fouls called somewhere. Didn't quite get to see that part. Wiper Lake kicks the ball. Stillwater headbutts it out away from the 18. Stillwater brings it out to the midfield, trying to find another player to pass it to. Number 15 passes down to the other side of the field. The kicks all the way to the White Bear side. White Bear challenging it, trying to get it out of there. Stillwater pressuring it. Stillwater number 10 down.
I think that's going to be a call there on White Bear Lake, most likely a tripping call, and that's right in front of the goal. Oh,
They made a goal. Holy cow.
I thought there was a whistle.
I thought so too.
I think all of White Bear Lake players thought there was a whistle as well. Maybe there was not a penalty, and it snuck right past us, and there's the goal. So there's the trip. And then I think we heard a whistle, maybe not.
That's weird that they didn't shine the whistle because there was a handball right there.
That's what it was right there. So what it was is the whistle blew. It was Stillwater's ball when no one was looking. I don't know if we can go back to that replay. When no one was looking, Stillwater, so you could see trip there, and now it's Stillwater's ball.
Oh.
No one looking. Then he plays it.
That is sneaky.
And no one knows the game is still happening. And there's the first goal for Stillwater to put some points up on the board. That would be 28 minutes into the first half.
White Bear Lake trying to get the ball back. Still trying to figure out what had happened from that last goal.
We've seen that already earlier in the game, and I don't think it caught anyone off guard. It caught me off guard, and I think it caught you off guard as well. We did not realize that it looked like the game never stopped. But we've seen that already earlier in the day, where as soon as a foul happens, Stillwater keeps playing it almost as if the game is still happening. So smart heads-up move by Stillwater to put the first points up on the board.
White Bear Lake taking the ball again, trying to get it back into the middle as Stillwater attempts to regain control. Trying to get it back to on their side as it goes back to the goalie to reset the game. Goalie kicks to 11. 11 gets challenged, goes back to the goalie. Goalie kicks it all the way almost to the 50. Gets headbutted by White Bear Lake. White Bear Lake hits it and goes out of bounds. Stillwater on the quick throw-in.
We're seeing that is what's helping Stillwater be very successful so far this game. The quick throw-ins, the quick recoveries after a foul, where most soccer games you see at the high school level, as soon as a foul happens, they kind of reset, let people get position, and kind of make the play that way. I think they're catching White Bear off guard by quickly resuming play right away.
Stillwater still having the ball in the defense. Trying to find an open spot as White Bear Lake attacks, pushes him on the ground as it's a foul against White Bear Lake.
And a foul once again, and we saw that move once again. As soon as the foul happened, Stillwater quickly picking it up, and White Bear Lake players walking away because they were disappointed in the foul, not knowing the game was restarting so quickly. That allowed Stillwater to get possession and move down the field pretty quickly.
Stillwater is not allowing any time for White Bear Lake to reset.
Ball rolled to the goalie, going to reset the field to make a play back down the field.
Stillwater passing it back to the defense. Back to the goalie. As Stillwater uses that to reset. 11 back to goalie. Goalie trying to find a spot to play it on. Hits to the far side defender. Goes over towards midfield. Trying to get control of the ball. The ball goes all the way over to the White Bear Lake. Foul called against White Bear Lake. Stillwater takes advantage of it again. Goes back to defense. Back to the midfielder. Number 10 trying to get away from the traffic as they start colliding into even further. Throw goes in. Is actually White Bear Lake's ball this time.
So far, showers are staying away from the area. I'm sure the wind is helping move these storms around us pretty well. We're expecting some light showers here at some point of this game. 7 minutes left here in the first half.
White Bear Lake trying to take advantage of getting back the ball. Stillwater takes control of it again. Stillwater goes out for the shot. Doesn't quite make it as it goes out of bounds again, being Stillwater throw-in.
So out of bounds for Stillwater. This is going to might be a little bit hard for our cameras to be able to pick up this throw-in just because we are in the press box due to the concern of weather, but thrown in by Stillwater and recovered by Stillwater.
11 takes the shot over to the 18. So tries to get to it, but trips a White Bear Lake player. Sounds like the coach isn't too happy about it. White Bear Lake talking to the ref, figuring out where the ball is going to go.
So
the question is where the ball went.
Exactly. The goalie running way out there to get the ball retrieved.
Goalie kicks it down to the Stillwater side. Stillwater defense retrieve it, trying to get it away from the forwards. Challenged. White Bear Lake defense trying to get it back out to the midfield. Stillwater still pressuring, trying to find that spot to the goal, but White Bear Lake kicks it back. Stillwater still challenging. White Bear Lake slide tackles, trying to get the ball away from the midfielders.
And we can see off the lights, the rain is starting to come in here at Pony Stadium. It's very light, it looks like so far. I'm sure they will continue play throughout. No one leaving the stands yet. It's kind of like a strong mist that we see right now. We are expecting the showers to pick up potentially as this game progresses. So, and that will be a factor as they continue to play this game.
5 minutes left on the clock. Stillwater is still with the lead. White Bear Lake with the opportunity. Oh, stopping of the clock.
Let's see what that stop was for. It looks like they'll resume here shortly.
Looked like somebody got carded. I saw a yellow card out there. Primo got yellow carded.
Number 16 for Stillwater. Head coach for Stillwater walking over, trying to clarify what the yellow card was for. 16's now off the field as now White Bear Lake recovers and kicks it back down the field.
White Bear Lake making those big jumps, getting the ball up in the air. Taking that flip kick. Stillwater trying to get it to the goal. Sorry, Stillwater trying to get it out of the goal. White Bear Lake pushing. 4 minutes on the clock of the half. Stillwater, bring it up in the air. Still fighting for it. Trying to get it back to the White Bear Lake side, but unable to. White Bear Lake kicking it out. Stillwater's ball again. Number 11 throws it down to number 15. Number 3 tries to block it, but didn't get the timing just right. Stillwater kicks it down to the White Bear Lake end. So we're trying to get around from White Bear Lake. Number 11 getting some space. Kicking it over. Number 7 looked like it was going to be out of bounds, but didn't. Number 10 tries to pass it to make the shot, but goes out of bounds.
Great move there by Stillwater, getting it off the defender. So that will be a corner kick then for Stillwater.
Stillwater at the corner, off screen, waiting for the team to reset. Goes in, goes off the goalie's hands, tries to make the attempt to go in, and then it goes out, making it another corner.
Just a miss out there for Stillwater. Close. The White Bear Lake goalie almost catches the ball, and Stillwater tries to respond with a kick towards the inside and just bounces out of bounds. We're going to see another corner kick here for Stillwater.
2 minutes on the clock. Stillwater kicks the ball, tries to find an opening. Number 8 kicks it, but goes a little too far from the goal. Being a goal kick.
Trying to kick that across the field. Little too much oomph in that one, as White Bear Lake will have a goal kick.
Goalie kicks the ball, goes past the 50-yard line, but stays in the White Bear Lake side. White Bear Lake trying to get it back through. Stillwater still pushing. Stillwater gets it through, taking it back to the midfield. Stillwater defense resetting as he's being attacked, and he kicks it out of bounds, almost out of bounds to number 5, and number 5 doesn't quite get control for it. Stillwater with the throw. Takes it over to number 10. 10 to number 5. Number 5 gets thrown down by White Bear Lake 5. That's going to be a foul. But Stillwater starts right back up. Right after the foul. 30 seconds left on the clock. White Bear Lake taking its time to reset. Stillwater passing the ball around in the midfield. White Bear Lake kicking it. White Bear Lake trying to get to the ball, but Stillwater's goalie saves it.
Once again, that's where we saw that speed. White Bear Lake outrunning the Stillwater opponent to the ball, but thankfully the goalie's there, able to pick it up and push it away here right before the clock runs out.
That is the end of the first half.
That goal, no good. That goal gets past the goalie about 1 or 2 seconds after the whistle. So we finish this half with Ponies leading by 1 over the White Bear Lake Bears.
Stay tuned. Second half is coming right up.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice.
Oh, yummy. How'd you know?
I always do.
Looked like the advertisement froze.
Today we're at the Stillwater Area High School for Vinci Fest. The middle and high school students have been working on art and science projects, so let's see what they have.
My project is called Wild Embers, based off a song we sang here in Bellefontaine. And it basically is a woman's song, a declaration of just all the history that we have as women. Nothing can stop women from progressing and getting the rights that they deserve, and finding that passion and determination is within my art piece. For my digital art, what inspired me was creators like The Odd Ones Out, Jane Animation, Alex Hirsch, essentially just digital animators. I can draw water. I've never drawn water before because I've always shied away from it because it's such a delicate element. And drawing that took 3.5 hours with the sketch and all, and I'm just really excited that I got to show the depth and the tranquility and the different elements of water and the shine and everything. It's super cool.
It's a painting of outer space, what I think it would look like to me. My sister spilled her paint on her painting that she was making, and then she was going to throw it away, and I thought that was a waste of paint. So I took the painting and turned it into something different myself.
I used alcohol markers to create it. The idea behind it, I really wanted to make the person standing here feel really small and cold. A lot of lighting and photography. I really like the way shadows are cast in certain pictures I've seen, and I kind of wanted to recreate that within the piece. I learned a lot about perspective and placing people within perspective.
So my painting here is with oil painting, and I try to describe what it feels like to have negative emotions. I will say, doing this piece in the past, this was my first time with oil painting, and before this I was doing 5 different pieces and I did not like them, and this was just me having straight anger at a piece. So the smudges on the side describe people's emotions, and it also describes my emotions in this piece. My inspiration was really my face in my mirror, and all the colors you're seeing is actually what my colors were portraying in my mirror. I'm a person who likes it to look centered, and this kind of got me out of my comfort zone because it's not totally how I wanted it. I actually tried to discard it at first, but I just kept it because it's imperfect, and I actually like this with this piece.
So this painting, I wanted it to signify 2 different figures creating unity, coming together as one. And I wanted it to be my piece is called Mystic Lovers, and I wanted it to combine the difficulties in the world and the troubles in the world. But once you found your one person, everything is blocked out. The inspiration was actually based on me and my relationship and what I've gone through, and I thought that this piece described it very well on how I used my materials. I discovered that charcoal smears pretty easily, and I discovered that abstract art is one of my favorite things now once I did an abstract piece.
So this is called the Cube of Fate. Each side has a different meaning correlating to something that you might get on that roll. So reverse, chaos, time, normal, light, and insight. My dad is very much into H.P. Lovecraft, and sort of that horror genre of, oh, that's very cool and that's very his aesthetic, but I also want to incorporate my aesthetic, so that colorfulness but still kind of creepy vibe if you look at it a certain way. I was watching a video and they were talking about oh, crayon's just for little kids, and I'm like, no, it's not. I used crayon and it was one of my favorite sides. You can use whatever medium you want. No one can stop you.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well, then what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice.
Oh, yummy. How'd you know?
I always do.
Papa John's, the best pizza around. Welcome back to the Stillwater game, everybody. Still pretty rainy out there as we get into the second half. One score for Stillwater. We're just out of the blue.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're some light showers here, moving through the Stillwater Oak Park Heights area. Yeah, the one goal that we had, it was kind of a trick play by Stillwater. They were able to catch the White Bear Lake sleeping a little bit off of right after a foul and was able to put one away pretty easily. That was, well, almost 30 minutes into the first half. We are kind of a fairly evenly matched game, which is something that we were not expecting.
Stillwater having possession of the ball. Waiting to find some open spaces. Takes the kick, goes all the way across the field. White Bear Lake takes the ball. Stillwater continues getting the ball.
Stillwater able to take advantage now of that, of the wind blowing towards the north with those strong kicks, as we can see the rain in the distance coming down a little bit harder, and the wind is picking up.
Stillwater challenging against White Bear Lake. White Bear Lake trips, loses control of the ball, and goes out to the far side of the field on White Bear Lake's turf. Number 10 tries to get to the ball. Challenge, White Bear Lake taken over. Number 15 challenging, getting it out. White Bear Lake's ball. Finding a person to throw it to, goes down to the 20, but doesn't quite get in. Stillwater takes the throw again.
Let's talk again. We talked a little bit about at the start of the first half why this game is so important. So currently, Stillwater sits second in the Suburban East Conference, 5-1-1. Now, White Bear Lake, 8th on the season, in the season standings, 1-3. So the game against each other does not matter as much as possibly winning for Stillwater does. This is the second to the last game of the year for Stillwater. Stillwater will go on to play at Forest Lake next week. Later this week on Thursday. Still Forest Lake so far on this season, 1-10. So hopefully Stillwater can wrap up this victory and the victory later this week on Thursday in Forest Lake. If so, they might be able to pass up Eastridge, who is top of the standings in the Suburban East Conference. Eastridge right now 6-1 on the season, and they play tonight against Irondale, who's 3-6 on the season, and Mounds, who's 6-5. So if we could see Stillwater win both of these last two games and Eastridge fall to either Irondale or Moundsview, Stillwater will become your Suburban East champions.
Stillwater still being challenged by White Bear Lake, trying to find a good spot to go. White Bear Lake putting in the pressure in their defense. Stillwater trying to take the shot, but gets interrupted by two of the defenders of White Bear. As the rain continues, the ground getting wet and slippery, and so is the ball.
Yeah, we've seen a few players start to slip already across this field. The wind is picking up, rain is picking up. Umbrellas are out around the stadium.
Stillwater going out, throwing it. Stays on the far side of the field, right outside the 18. Stillwater is throwing again. Stillwater still keeping control of the ball as White Bear Lake throws it out. Well, kicks it out. I'm sorry. Kicks it out of bounds. Stillwater taking the throw. No, White Bear Lake takes the throw.
You can hear the fans over here on the Ponies side, despite the rain, still cheering on their team, hoping they can get these last 2 wins of the season. As we were talking about, these two teams are not evenly matched so far on the season, with White Bear Lake overall a 1-5-4 game or season, so only 1 win so far this year. Stillwater 10-2-2. So we were expecting Stillwater to kind of run away from it, but with the kind of the matchup of the speed that White Bear Lake has and the play strategy and structure that Stillwater has, it's been fairly evenly matched game so far. It's like also to mention so far this year, Stillwater with 17 points all year round, White Bear Lake with only 6th. And they're only 1 point away from getting their second victory of the season here in the Suburban East Conference. So we'll see how the rest of the game plays out.
Stillwater goalie kicks it all the way over to the Bears side. Gets picked up by the Bears goalie. Trying to find a good place. Tosses it to a White Bear Lake defense as one of our Stillwater players comes and grabs it. Number 10. Giving it to number 16. Number 16 fighting to get a shot. Trying to find open area. 10 goes around. Kicks it. Goes back in. Tries to take the shot, but gets intercepted by a White Bear Lake defense. Corner kick is called for Stillwater. No, not a corner kick. A throw-in. White Bear Lake kicks it out from the 18. Stillwater player pretty much tackles the White Bear Lake player.
A strong hit. No card shown, though. White Bear Lake going off of Stillwater's move to quickly pick up the ball and go with it. As Stillwater slowly tries to reset, White Bear Lake's going to be able to get a drive down the goal because of that. Across the field now. And Stillwater's going to be able to pick it off. As White Bear Lake, strong kick, and out of bounds. That's going to be a goal kick for Stillwater.
So you can hear the chant from the students out here, sitting out in the rain. Stillwater's goalkeeper prepares to kick the ball. The ball goes high again from White Bear Lake. Stillwater trying to regain control. Gets tripped over White Bear Lake. No call, no whistle blown. Goes out of bounds.
White Bear Lake with the throw in on the Stillwater side of the field. A couple head butts, volleys back and forth. It's going to be out of bounds by Stillwater. Not what they wanted to see. White Bear Lake so close to that goal.
White Bear Lake getting ready to throw it. Takes the throw. White Bear Lake trying to get to the ball. Takes the shot. Goes over the net.
Second shot on goal here in just a couple of minutes there for White Bear Lake. Stillwater now getting ready for the kick. It looks like there's going to be a penalty kick, or it would, no, I'm sorry, a corner kick. Yes, correct, a corner kick there for White Bear Lake. There's the kick across the field. Off the head of a Stillwater player. And again, looks like Stillwater's going to try to recover.
Stillwater still trying to get to it. With the ground being so slippery, people are just sliding all over the place. Ball went out of bounds. Looks like a goal kick is coming up. That's the thing. When I used to play soccer back in high school and it rained, we had a regular grass field, and that was terrible when it comes to trying to run all over. Number 16. Trying to get to the ball with number 10. White Bear Lake still pressuring. Out of bounds. Stillwater's ball. Stillwater throws it in. No chance of reset. White Bear Lake takes the advantage, takes the ball back, brings it down to the midfield, goes in between the legs of a Stillwater player. Stillwater goes over, takes the shot at the 20, loses control a little bit, tries to regain, tries to get to the ball, takes a shot, and goalie saves it.
Saved by the White Bear Lake goalie at perfect time right before Stillwater could try to get that shot on goal.
White Bear Lake with the ball again. 21 going down the field, passing it out to the very far side. As looked like number 20, looked like number 25, number 19. I'm sorry, number 19. Had control, but loses it going out of bounds. Stillwater throws it in, down at the 40. White Bear Lake still having control. Stillwater pushing down. That gets called.
That's a foul on Stillwater, and you can kind of just see he walks away from it knowing, yeah, that was a foul on me. White Bear Lake's now going to have possession of the ball again and try to make a drive to get their first points up on the board for the day.
White Bear Lake bringing it back to their defense. Trying to reset the ball. Kicking it all the way to the 20-yard line. Stillwater kicks it back to the 35. White Bear Lake gaining to the ball. Trying to get to the goal, but gets kicked out again.
I believe that was out of bounds on Stillwater. White Bear Lake down with the throw in.
White Bear Lake number 5 throws it in. Goes up. Stillwater trying to get out of it. White Bear Lake throwing it in again. Trying to get it so they can make a goal, but misses the opportunity as Stillwater kicks it back out to midfield. Outside the 18. White Bear Lake takes the kick and gets picked up by the goalie of Stillwater. The Stillwater goalie kicks it up in the air, brings it out to the 50, 45, 40. 70 yards of that kick. As it now gets close to being to the sideline. Doesn't quite go through. Stillwater tries to get in line for the goal, but White Bear Lake gets the ball back. Stillwater trying to make the shot, gets tripped over by a White Bear Lake player as the ball goes out again. Another White Bear Lake player falling. Multiple White Bear Lake player falling. Now Stillwater player falling. 15 still going over. Tries it to 19, but kind of misses. Saves it from going out. Passes it to 8. 8 is in trouble. Pass down to 9. 9 goes up. Takes it to 7. 7 tries to block it, but failed. It is now White Bear Lake's ball.
Stillwater moving across the field, trying to get those plays to happen. Like we were saying, White Bear Lake's fast. I mean, yes, they have a record so far of 1-5-4 on the season, but their games have been close. The first game, 0 versus 4 Maple Grove, so that's a pretty big shutout. But then 1-1 versus Egan, 1-1 versus Irondale, 1-1 on Moundsview, 1-1 on Roseville. So 0-1 against Woodbury, and Woodbury, one of the top seeds in the Suburban East Conference. So, I mean, it hasn't been like a horrible season where they're losing by large margins, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. It's currently a 1-0 game with just 25 minutes left.
Corner kick for Stillwater. Takes the kick. Goes in. Goal! Stillwater Ponies! Another great shot right from the corner kick.
Absolutely no contact after the kick. Curves in perfectly to be able to get that goal. Ponies up 2-0. Here's the replay. You can see the kick across the field. No one makes contact, just pockets it in towards the back. And Stillwater ahead by 2.
White Bear Lake trying to reassemble with 25 minutes left on the clock. The crowd cheering. Tw 22 goes back to the 18. Gets challenged by 16 as the goalie just kicks it out. Number 6.
We'll now start to see if momentum starts to shift after that second goal. Stillwater has to still be protective. Many shots on goal by White Bear Lake so far. White Bear Lake might just try to push it a little bit harder to get a couple more goals before the end of this game.
Stillwater kicks it back out. Stillwater taking that opportunity again. Possibly going to make another goal. Takes the shot. Goalie tries to save it, misses. Goal! Stillwater Ponies again with another shot.
A strong kick there, I believe, number 19, I believe it was. Strong kick there, blocked by the goalie. Goalie was not able to hang on to it, and then another kick and able to get it in, as we can see the replay. Across the field, there's the kick blocked by the goalie. Goalie tries to pick it up.
That's 10.
Number 10. And right through the legs of the goalie. Going to get that point.
Game starts again. Stillwater with a throw-in. White Bear Lake looking a little shrunken after that last goal. Stillwater brings it out to the field. Here we go, Stillwater again, trying to take the shot and gets saved by the White Bear Lake goalie. Almost another goal opportunity for Stillwater.
Goalie that time, instead of just trying to catch it, wraps up around it, falls to the ground, and is going to let the field move back down the field with a strong kick down the field.
Stillwater defense keeping control of the ball as it kicks it up. Ball starts going out to the White Bear Lake side as it slowly rolls out, being Stillwater's ball. No, I'm sorry, White Bear Lake's ball.
Stillwater going to try to still get obviously additional goals, but now the strategy has to turn to just trying to run out this clock as much as possible.
Ball goes out again. White Bear Lake goal kick. Weather update for you guys. Still pretty wet.
It is raining, and I think the rain will continue throughout the rest of this game at least. And Hopefully it does not pick up until we are all out of here. Not enough rain to send anyone home or anything. Just a pretty strong mist, I guess you can say. Everyone's still up in the stands with their umbrellas and raincoats to hopefully see Stillwater get another home game win of the season. Their last home game of the regular season.
Stillwater get into the 18. White Bear Lake taking it away. The Stillwater tries to regain possession. Takes it back to the 25-yard line.
As we mentioned, playoffs start next week already. Final regular game of the season against Forest Lake for Stillwater at Forest Lake on Thursday. Next week, Tuesday, playoffs will begin. Depending on where they fall in the seeding, first, second, I don't think they'll fall to third, but if they happen to, we'll see if they will actually have a game on the 10th, or if it'll move, or if they'll have a bye week the first week around and then have their first game on the 12th as Stillwater trying to make another drive towards the White Bear Lake goal.
Ball free, White Bear Lake going after it. Increasing speed as it goes down to the Stillwater side. Stillwater sliding down, tackling a White Bear Lake player.
I think that was a slip by Stillwater, and unfortunately that's going to be called as a trip and a yellow card for Stillwater there at number 7. I don't know if you want to call that on purpose or not, or if it was just the slick conditions, but nevertheless a yellow card for number 7 of Stillwater. He's walking off.
Here's it on replay. Goes over, slips. I don't know. That kind of looked a little intentional right there.
It definitely could have been, or it could have just been trying to kick it out of the way.
That could be.
Kind of the baseball type slide into home, I guess you can call it. Trying to get that ball away from the White Bear Lake defender. But that's going to be the second yellow card that Stillwater has seen in this game.
White Bear Lake waiting for the confirmation to start the game. Referee bring the ball back towards the other end of the 40-yard line. Clock still stopped. 21 minutes left of the game. Here we go. White Bear Lake kicks it all the way over. Stillwater blocks it out. White Bear Lake just trying to get at least one score on the scoreboard as they are still 3-0. Stillwater defense not letting them. Well, White Bear Lake is giving them some pressure as it gets kicked out back into middle field towards the 40-yard line of the White Bear Lake side. Stillwater pressuring. White Bear Lake goes out to across field. Pressure against Stillwater as White Bear Lake has the ball, number 6. Gives it to the other one, gives it to the 18, tries to find somebody open. Kind of goes back towards the 30, takes the shot. Stillwater gets it out. White Bear Lake takes the ball.
You were saying hopefully White Bear Lake trying to get some points up on the board. As we mentioned, so far for this entire season, only 6 points earned over the first 10 games of the season. Right now, with the 3 on the board, that would give Stillwater 21 points on the season. So you can kind of see how these teams are matched up a little bit differently, but I think their skill sets are in different areas, and it's helping both teams this evening.
White Bear Lake throwing the ball. White Bear Lake looked like got tripped. Number 5. So Stillwater gets the ball back and immediately starts playing again.
You can hear the parents and the fans over here shouting, "Hey, the game's starting again," because I think White Bear's not used to that. They've been caught off guard with that during the first goal and a couple other times throughout the game, that as soon as a whistle is blown and it looks like they're going to reset after a foul or an offsides, able to quickly pick it back up. Oh, and a big collision.
You can get that on replay.
Whistle blown. That's a big collision by 2 players out on the field.
Stillwater player number 5 looks like he's down, but he's getting up. Look like he's okay. Here's the replay again. Number 10 trying to get the ball out. Takes the 15. 15 kicks it all the way to the 18. 5 collides right into the goalie.
I don't know if you can fault number 5 for that, and I think they're kind of looking it over, talking it over right now, what the penalty is. The ball did go into the net, but no point. Obviously, that usually if it's kind of a neutral collision, it always gets awarded to the goalie, and that's what's happening here. But I feel like that Stillwater player was in the air when the goalie came into frame, and he had no way of avoiding the goalie at that point.
Ball's out. Stillwater claiming that Whitebear Lake touched it, but sideline ref said that Whitebear Lake has the ball. Whitebear Lake throws again. Takes it all the way down to Stillwater's side. Goes up in the air. Whitebear Lake trying to keep control, but Stillwater takes possession as the defense kicks it back out towards midfield. Number 10 passing into number 15, taking it back to the very center of midfield. Whitebear Lake taking possession, goes over to the other side, and it goes out of bounds.
Rain's starting to pick up again a little bit more.
Stillwater trying to find an open spot. Goalie taking his chance, kicks it up in the air, gives it to a Stillwater player. So trying to keep possession, gets tripped over by Whitebear Lake. No whistle blown for that one, as Whitebear Lake has the ball to throw in. Stillwater trying to keep the ball away from their side as number 10 runs from the 50, kicks it all the way over, hands it over right to the Whitebear Lake goalie. Goalie throws it out, brings it back to the midfield. Stillwater takes possession again. From the 30, down up to the 40, back to the 30, down to the 20, bring it to the 10, into the 18. And then ball goes out of bounds. Looks like a throw-in for Stillwater. Stillwater getting ready to find some open space. Throws at the 10. 10 trying to keep it away from Whitebear Lake. Gives it to 5. 16 tries to grab it. Brings it back up in the air. Whitebear Lake just trying to keep it away from the 18. Takes another shot and goes right along the side of the goal.
What a save, though, by Stillwater, preventing that ball from going out, kicking behind him, kicking the ball from behind him, and actually number 16 for Stillwater right there to be able to pick it up, tries to do a shot on goal, a little bit to the outside. That's going to now be a corner kick for Stillwater, and they try the trick play again, only kicks it a couple feet as all those players are in front of the goal. They're trying to do it now, and now kicks it across the field.
Whitebear Lake taking the ball again. Number 11 jumping up in the air, trying to keep that ball in.
Whitebear Lake was trying to keep that ball in bounds. I don't know why that was useful to them, because it was off a foot of Stillwater that would have allowed that team to reset, but nevertheless, that's going to be out of bounds now on Stillwater. Excuse me, out of bounds on Whitebear Lake. That was a strong kick towards the back off of Whitebear Lake, if that was the case. So another corner kick, far corner there for Stillwater.
Stillwater getting ready for the kick. Takes the kick, goes over, comes back out towards midfield. Number 6 takes the kick, tries to get into the goal, but doesn't quite center it up just right.
Now all the players run down the field as the goalie will be able to have a goal kick here. You can kind of see off in the distance a little bit more. It's kind of hard to tell that it is raining pretty steadily out there right now with some of our cameras. But you can kind of see the track and around the field starting to grow some puddles. So definitely rain being a factor here tonight as we expected it to do so.
Viper Lake going in for the throw-in. Brings it down to the nearest person. Kicks it down to the 30. Stillwater taking it back out. Viper Lake's throw-in again. Tosses it. Viper Lake struggling to keep possession of the ball as we got three Stillwater players right next to him. That's one thing too. If you got 3 players right next to you, you almost have to pass the ball to somebody. It's very hard to get out of it. Viper Lake taking the ball, going down to the 18, trying to make the shot, but gets blocked by a Stillwater person. Takes the shot again. Stillwater goalie picks it up. Tosses it to a Stillwater player. Tosses it to 18. 18 goes downfield, gets pushed by Viper Lake, number 21. Ball goes offside, Stillwater's ball.
Viper Lake putting that pressure on their side of the field, on the Stillwater side of the field. But Stillwater able to hold on to it. Now across the field, a light kick across the field. I think Stillwater tried to block it from going out of bounds, but I think it's going to be off the arm of number 12 for Stillwater.
Ponies brings in some subs. Crowd cheering.
Yeah, great crowd on hand. And despite the rain, we even have a little bit of a fan section. You can hear some of the chants during the game happening. Pony Pride always coming out at their sporting events, and it doesn't matter if it's football, soccer, swimming, volleyball, basketball, hockey, all of them. Always a great fan and student section here for Stillwater schools.
Stillwater still with possession of the ball. Trying to bring it up. Number 16 gets prepared. Trying to fight the Viper Lake player. Viper takes it out from him. Goes out outside the sideline. Stillwater's ball again. 16 throws it. Throws it to 12. 12 gets the ball out from Viper Lake. 10 goes in, trips while trying to make the shot. 12 gets position back. Takes the shot, just misses the goal.
No penalty there, unfortunately, for Stillwater. I think that, I don't know if it was officially a trip or a slip. Here's the replay. Here's our Valley Access replay. You can see number 10, just slips on his own. No contact by anyone. That could have easily been a solid shot, and then 12 tries to shoot it, and it goes to the outside. A strong kick expected from the outside, and it's going to be off the head of a Viper Lake player, as then Stillwater now recovers.
Stillwater kicking it down to the 18. 10 tries to recover it, but goalie tries to go after it, loses the ball.
I'm sure with the rain, the ball is slippery, and he tried to pick it up, and it's as soon as he squeezed it, it slipped right out of his hands, right into the arms, or right into the path of a Stillwater player, and quickly Viper Lake kicks it out of bounds, and Stillwater with not a soft corner kick, and tries to get another shot on goal and misses.
Pony corner kick right on the other side of the field. Viper Lake getting ready to defend.
Here's that replay. You can see trying to make the drive and the kick off the back of the foot of number 23. It's going to allow for this next corner kick, but thankfully it blocks it from being a shot on goal.
Number 16 throwing it in. 10 trying to find an open spot. Goes outside. Another Pony corner kick.
4th consecutive Pony corner kick. See if this one is a big kick or if it's going to be soft. It seems like a strong kick here to the middle. And there it is. Off the head of another Stillwater player, and that is a
goal for Stillwater Ponies.
4-0 now. Stillwater starting to run away with this thing. One more point that we will hit our run limit. That means the clock does not stop for any goals, penalties, anything else.
Goes right in, almost off the head of one of the Wiper Lake players as they're going up.
It kind of volleys back and forth, and I think officially it kind of bounced off number 2 last for Wiper Lake, and unfortunately.
9 minutes left on the clock. Ponies at 4, Wiper Lake still not on the board. Stillwater taking possession. Wiper Lake trying to get the energy back, but ends up going on the Wiper Lake side as 10 is kicking it down to the midfield to number 3. Number 3 kicks it all the way on the other side. Wiper Lake challenging. Wiper Lake tries to take possession. Number 12 goes up, tries to get another goal, goes in, and goal! Wow, another Stillwater goal.
Consecutive back-to-back goals, just like what we saw number 2 and 3. They are up by 5 now.
They may not have counted.
The referee's talking in the background. Let's see what this is, and it looks like a collision. I don't know if a whistle was blown, though, before the goal happened, but they are not counting it. 4-0 now, and that's going to be possession of the goalie.
Wiper Lake still holding on to its luck. Trying to find an open spot. Taking the shot to the goal, and it goes right over. Going in between the football goalposts. As you can hear, the rain is starting to pick up a little bit more as you can hear the droplets going on the umbrellas down below. Seven and a half minutes left on the clock. Stillwater goalies kicking away from the goal. Waiting for confirmation. Getting everybody set up as the subs come in for Wiper Lake. 21 going now, number 11 coming in. Ball kicks out, goes to midfield. Wiper Lake headbutts it out. Stillwater trying to get possession of it, keeping away from White Bear as it goes out of bounds. Stillwater defense passing along. Wiper Lake's charging for it as the goalie kicks it out. All the way to the White Bear Lake defense. Number 17 trying to go around, pushes, goes out, making it a corner kick for the Ponies. Subs for the Ponies. Knight going out. Waiting for the confirmation to start the corner kick. With 6 minutes left on the clock.
We've seen the corner kicks be beneficial for Stillwater so far tonight.
Takes the kick, doesn't go too far. Whistle's blown.
A short kick, and we're kind of waiting to see what that call could be for.
Looks like not enough players on the field. Oh, we got a substitution for White Bear.
Might have been too many players on the field for White Bear Lake. That was the call.
Here we go again. Stillwater taking the shot. 26, trying to get it between a bunch of White Bear Lake players, but doesn't go through. White Bear Lake goalie catches it as the players go down the field to reset.
No whistle on that exchange. I think White Bear Lake might have been looking for one right there. That's going to be a throw-in, I believe. Nope, that's going to be. I'm sorry, it was a foul off on the far side.
Number 10, going around number 13. Stillwater trying to keep it, takes a kick out to the goal.
And White Bear Lake goalie able to easily pick this one up. Stillwater putting pressure, especially on the second half on this side of the field, quite a bit more than on their side. Being able to give them 3 additional goals here in the second half.
4 minutes left on the clock. Stillwater still holding on. Stillwater goalie goes after it, brings it up out of the 18. A dangerous move. White Bear Lake takes possession again and Stillwater takes it back. Number 9 goes down the field, trying to get through, plows right through White Bear Lake. Loses the ball, but number 3 gains it back. So we're trying to keep it in. Trips on each other as it goes out, and it's going to be a White Bear throw-in.
Usually when we kind of get down to these last couple of minutes and someone's up by 4 points, they mainly just try to keep the ball protected and so that no points are scored against them. But with the way the standings are so close, with Eastridge first in the Suburban East Conference, followed by Stillwater, Eastridge so far this year, 18 points, and Stillwater 16 points. And now if Eastridge loses this game tonight against Irondale or on Thursday against Mounds View, and Stillwater wins both games, they're going to be tied. And it's going to go to that tiebreaker of how many points that they have for the season. So trying to get a lot of points during this game is very important. Plus, also later this week on Thursday, as a strong kick towards the net and a miss by Stillwater this Thursday as Stillwater plays against Forest Lake. Forest Lake 1-10 on the season, another opportunity for quite a few points. So Stillwater's doing everything they can, and the mercy might just come down to see if Eastridge will lose against Irondale or Mounds View. And if they do, Stillwater could become your Suburban East Conference champions.
Stillwater, number 17, trying to grab the ball as it gets taken out by number 13 on the White Bear Lake side and comes back on White Bear and Stillwater. Stillwater trying to fight for the ball, trying to find an opening to try to get another goal. But White Bear Lake rushes down, trips over a Stillwater player. Number 11 looked like gets injured. Oh no, goes right back up. Stillwater still holding possession of the ball, kicking it around. Defense boots it over to the other side and just letting it roll out. Goalie grabs it.
Stillwater tries to keep that in bounds, hoping he has a defender behind him. He did not. We did see here on the far end, it looked like 2 of the players just trying to run it with this slippery surface from the rain that's coming down. Both of them slipped. White Bear Lake was trying to to fake a trip, I guess you can say, to hopefully get a whistle. Thankfully, one was not thrown as there was no trip. Referees on point with that one, and Stillwater able to break away. Now it's going to be out of bounds on Stillwater.
30 seconds left on the clock. Ball goes out. Looks like a corner kick. Corner kick for White Bear. Kicks it out. Goes up. Tries to make it go in. 6 seconds on the clock. And the timer runs out with Stillwater winning tonight's game. 4-0.
So the goalie allows that last point to come in because I believe the game is over. So Stillwater high fives all the way around, getting 4 points tonight. And like that's what we were talking about. Points are very crucial as they continue to battle against Eastridge to try to capture that Suburban East Conference championship.
Catch the soccer game coming Thursday, playing right at Forest Lake High School. If you want to cheer for them, go visit them.
Absolutely. I believe you can also probably watch that live on Lakes Area TV. That'd be LATVTEN.com. You'll be able to watch both the girls and the boys game for their final regular game of the season. And then after that, we'll be seeing playoffs for both of these teams. We'll kind of see how they seed throughout the season, see if the boys team can win this coming Thursday against Forest Lake, and how currently #1 in the conference will do against Irondale as well as Mounds View here tonight as well as Thursday, and we'll see if boys can come away to become champions.
I want to give a special thanks to Papa John's for sponsoring today's live stream. And I want to give another special thanks to our TV crew here at Valley Access. We hope to see you next time, and have a good one.
Well, it looks like John's trying to make dinner again.
Got the ketchup and mustard?
Yep.
Got the relish?
Yep.
Hot dogs and buns?
Yep. Got the charcoal?
Uh-oh. We're out of charcoal.
What? Well then, what are we gonna eat?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Hello.
Wow, that was quick.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hey guys, Papa John's.
Nice.
Oh, yummy.